Melissa Curtis and welcome to my Yoga with the Birth Ball and Yoga for Birth pregnancy yoga class brought to you in partnership with vhi.ie. Hi everybody, it's Melissa here, and today we have a lovely 1 hour pregnancy yoga class ahead of us using the birth ball. We won't be using it all the time, but it's such a nice tool to use at home during your pregnancy, especially if your back's getting a little sore, or if you just don't like being on your hands and knees when you want to do some yoga. It takes the wrist out of it completely. But there's a couple of ways to sit on the birth ball correctly, okay? So you want to make sure that your feet are comfortably on the ground, equally on both sides. Again, better to do this in your bare feet, or if you have any kind of socks with grips on the bottom, that's what I would recommend. As you can see, the way I'm sitting on the ball, my knees and my hips are pretty much in line. My hips are a tiny bit higher than the knees, and this is a much more correct way to sit on your birth ball. So if you're sitting on the birth ball and your hips are sinking below the knees, so if they're kind of like this, I'll show you. So you've got the knees higher than the hips, I would recommend you give that ball a little pump, or just make sure, you know, if it's the correct size for you or not. Okay, so let's begin. Sitting on the birth ball, crown of the head lengthening up towards the ceiling. And we're going to do a good bit of focusing on birth today, along with lots of other lovely stuff too. So we're going to do the rose petal lips, rose petal breathing. So close your eyes now. Take a nice long slow deep breath in and out. And then lick your lips. So moisten out the lips. Make your lips really soft and just get a lovely melting soft quality going on in your jaw. Take a nice long slow deep breath in and then blow out through soft parted lips. Think of your lips like rose petals. Good. Inhaling through the nose and then exhaling through soft parted lips. Really soft. Okay, good. We're going to do that a few more times. Inhale and blowing out through the mouth, through those rose petal lips. Feel yourself softening, letting go as you breathe out. So continue to do that yourself a few more times, in through the nose and out through very soft lips. So softening the lips and the jaw will help you create more space for baby as you're birthing your baby. The muscles that need to soften and stretch up over baby's head, the dilation, those muscles are connected to your jaw. So we want to just relax as best as we can by blowing out through soft parted lips. So it's an easier fit for baby. And it's a great way to just melt tension throughout the body. We'll do one more. Closing your eyes, just bring your breath back to normal. And you'll just a little bit about that. Many women find during a contraction, or sometimes I call them surges, the blowing out through the lips is a great way when you're feeling all that pressure, all those intense sensations. It helps you to relax because you really do want to hold on. And it helps just melt away tension throughout the rest of the body. You might make sound. It's much easier to explain it now in a yoga class. But try and practice blowing out through the mouth whenever you can. We're going to open our eyes. Just keep breathing in and out through your nose. It's a better way to save energy. And we're going to be hopefully sitting on a correct size birth ball, hands on the knees, and you're going to circle out your hips, just rolling around. And many women find this seated hip circles on the ball really helpful during, birth, okay, at any stage really. And let's go the other direction. So it just helps to ease the discomfort that you're feeling deep into the pelvis. If it's in the back or in the front, this can be really, really nice. And you might be leaning forward or holding onto something as we do these circles during birth. But for now, you can just put your hands on your knees. Lovely. We're going to do a couple of little tilts. I'm just going to turn sideways to show you, okay? Hands on the knees, stick the tailbone out, and then tuck the tailbone, okay? So So this is really nice for your back. It's a bit of a squeeze and then a bit of a stretch. But actually many women find these little rocking, tilting movements really nice during birth as well. So you might be holding onto your partner's hands, onto the edge of a bed or the back of a couch or whatever you can. It can be really nice to do these little moves. It's helping move baby down, it's helping ease the discomfort, and I really like it myself. Or in general, if you just have a sore back, it can feel quite nice as well. Beautiful. And release. Great. Okay, so we'll just do a couple of side bends as well. We're just doing all the movements the spine likes to do. Okay, so feet down. I'm going to keep my right hand here. My left arm is going to come all the way up and over, reaching up and over. Good. And then I'm going to exhale, hug my baby to come back up. Now I'm going to get a little bit of rotation. So I'm going to bring my arm back behind me. I'm going to follow the hand with the gaze. Exhale, I'm going to cross my arm over my body. I'm going to tap outside my knee. I'm going to inhale, coming back out, opening. Exhale, giving your baby a little hug, reaching and tapping. Inhale. So you'll feel that from your ribs up. Exhale. Nice little bit of glide, okay? Getting into the upper back. A little bit core as well. Breathe in. Exhale, we're drawing in. Tap. Inhale, opening out. One more time. Exhale. And then inhale, come all the way up. And then exhale, bring your hand down. Just put that hand on your lap. You're going to bring your arm all the way up and just do this gorgeous, delicious side bend. Lovely, everybody. Shoulders soft. Just make sure your neck is happy. And then as you exhale, hug your baby, release. You're going to bring your arm back so you'll feel that lovely opening across your chest. And then exhale, we're going to tap. Inhale, opening out. Exhale and tap. Beautiful. Breathing in to that space, and then exhale, a little bit of hugging in, spreading across the back. Two more. Inhale and exhale. Gorgeous. One more. Good. Just warming the body up. Exhale, and then inhale, come all the way up, releasing completely. Fantastic. So we're just going to roll the shoulders backwards a few times, just releasing any tension in the neck and the shoulders. Gorgeous. And let's go the other way. I just love these shoulder rolls. Fantastic. Okay. So stay on your ball. We're going to just lift the heels up and down a few times, okay? So just make sure that you feel steady on your ball as you do that. And we're going to do a nice way just to release and let go. So if anything's been bothering you the last while, you know, if you're just in one of those moods or something someone said to you, if there's a bit of a fear that's taking over, we're going to exhale and bang it all out, okay? So you're going to make a fist, and this teaches you tensing and releasing. You're going to lift your heels up. Then turn your fists up to the ceiling, and then exhale. We bash the thighs, the fingers open out, and we let go. So let's do that a few times. So I inhale, heels lift, squeeze my fist, and then exhale, I let it all go. So I inhale, I think of what's on my mind, and then I just let it go, okay? Inhale again. Lovely. One more time, breathe in. And then just bring your breath back to normal. I find that is a real quick go-to if you're just annoyed or just frustrated or angry or tense or anxious, okay? It can be a quick fix for some time. So I'm going to come down now onto my knees. Now I have a blanket here. If you have a blanket or a towel for under the knees, it can be really nice. So just pushing up through the feet. Okay, I'm going to take my blanket and I'm going to put it just in front of the ball so that I have nice comfort for my knees. And then the ball is going to stay on my mat. I'm going to face it. And this is a great stretch for the back. And I've seen women do this in birth as well. So knees on the floor, you can curl your toes or have your toenails on the floor. And you're just going to stretch your back. So we're going to reach the bum back behind us, reach the ball in front of us, and just get that lovely bit of length in the spine. Just be careful of the shoulders collapsing, okay? So hollow the armpits, lift the armpits up a little bit. Then exhale, hug your baby and roll through the spine. Good, lovely. So that's your exhale. Now this is your inhale again. Stretching just as far as feels comfortable. You're getting a nice release into the back. Good, nice release into the sides. And then as you exhale, pull your belly in and roll up, using the ball for support. Good. If you've ever done that cat stretch in pregnancy yoga, it's quite similar, but this time we don't have to put our hands down on the floor. We're giving our wrists a bit of a break. Good. And again, inhale. So bum stretches back, chest moves forward, We gently bring our torso down towards the floor. I'm hugging my ribs in, and then exhale, I hug in even more, and I'm drawing up through my pubic bone to my belly button. Okay, let's do that again. Inhale. And exhale. Really good. Again, inhale. And exhale. And release. Lovely. Now we're going to do a kneeling lunge, which is so nice. It's great for your pelvic floor. It can feel really nice during birth as well. It can help rotate a baby. If you're getting a lot of back labor, the ball is most likely going to be your best friend to lean forward into. So I'm going to keep my right knee on the padding. Okay, I'm going to bring my left leg out, as you can see. Back toes curled, whatever's nicest for you, or on the floor. And I'm going to do exactly what we just did again. So I slide my foot forward, so my knee tracks my second toe. I'm bringing the ball out away from me, and I'm getting this gorgeous stretch. And I'm going to exhale, pull my belly in to come back up. Okay, so I inhale, I glide forward. Good, and then I exhale, I really hug in to come back up, so I'm supporting my back. Fantastic. Inhale, I'm laying that egg behind me, sticking my chest forward. Good, and then exhale, pulling up as I release. We'll do one more like this. So inhale, great, and exhale all the way back. Now we're going to do little pulses here. So you're going to lean into the ball. Just lean into it. Face the side of whatever leg is in front of you. I'm just going to rock forward and back. So again, these little pulses, like the tilts we did when we sat on the ball at the beginning, these little pulses can feel really good. And you can feel that space that you're creating in your pelvis, okay? And it's really, really nice if we're gripping, if we're holding a lot of tension in the pelvic floor as well. You don't have to do this, but sometimes it can feel really nice, really good. And then we're going to come all the way back up. Gorgeous. And now we're going to do some circles. So I'm going to hinge forward again, using the ball, and just start to roll around. So go in the same direction as the legs that's in front, okay? So just start to draw circles with your birth ball. Okay, rolling around. Keep your foot on the floor. Just small little circles, making sure your knee feels okay. And just really using the ball for support as we do small movements. It's not as big as if the ball were, like if we were just using our hands, it'd be bigger. Using the ball is always a bit smaller, but it's nice. It's not too much. And release. Now we're going to push up, so draw your navel in, support yourself. Lovely. And just push your heel away. Turn your toes towards your face, just getting a nice stretch in the back side of the leg. Good. You can even hinge forward. Just be careful. If you have sciatica, don't go any further. Otherwise, you can hinge from the hips, stick the butt out a little bit, and just get this nice stretch across the buttock here. If you need to bend your knee a bit, by all means do so. Okay, just whatever feels right. Listening to your body. That's one of the benefits about being on a yoga mat, is you really get in touch with your body. Okay, hug your tummy muscles in, slowly come back up. Bend your knee, and let's do everything on the other side. So I'll turn around so you can see me from this side. And it's really nice to put something under your knees as well. It just makes the experience much nicer. And to remember that, whoever your birth partner is, to remind them to put lots of padding underneath. So you're going to bring your leg out like this. Slide your foot forward so you can see your toes in front of your knee. Stick your butt out behind you. Hinge forward. And just get that nice bit of stretch. Lovely. And then hug your tummy muscles to come back up. Hug your baby. So inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, we come back up. Beautiful. And again, breathing in. And breathing out. Lovely. One more. And coming back up. Gorgeous, everybody. Really nice. So now we're going to lean and lie on the ball. Now you don't have to, if you want to keep your hands up like this, no problem at all. Otherwise you're lying down, okay? And we're just going to do little pulses, okay? So if you don't want to lie down, it's the same thing, little pulses, knee moving to second toe all the time. Foot stays on the floor, and just tiny little pulses. Getting that lovely stretch across your glute, and just feeling then the inner and outer thigh. So all these are great preparation for birth as well. Creating balance in your pelvic floor, balance in your pelvis, okay? Making yourself strong, yet open at the same time. Lovely. Now we're going to do our circles. So if you're lying down, just start to draw circles in the same direction as that leg that's in front of you. So the whole body is rolling around. If you're up like this, it's okay. You can go like that, no problem. Whatever feels nicest for you is perfect. Oh, you might even feel like falling asleep now. Good. And we're going to come back up. Okay, so pausing first. Now do create some strength. So hug your tummy muscles in to come up, push up as we release. Fantastic. So we're going to come to standing now. So this leg is in front still. I'm going to curl my back toes. You can use the ball. I'm going to press into the ball, okay, and come all the way up to standing. Really nice. And take anything off your mat. You might want to just kick it off or just take it off here and just put it somewhere. So I'm going to use the ball now just to sit on and get another little stretch in the back first of all. So I'm actually going to face away from the camera. I'm going to face the wall now. So I'm going to sit on it here, and I'm using something to lean into. And this could be a nice resting position, maybe with lots of cushions, but sitting on the ball when the time comes to birth your baby. So you're facing the wall. So I'll just give you a few moments to find even a door at home, and a doorway as well would be perfect. And you're just going to walk your hands up. You're going to place your forearms on the wall, and you're going to rest your head onto your forearms. Or what you can do is lift your hands up and just melt your chest and your forehead down onto the wall. Whatever's nicest on your shoulders, good. And here, what I'd like you to do is a little bit of movement as well. So movement eases all the discomfort of the surges that you're feeling. And you're going to breathe in through your nose. I'm going to turn around while you're doing that. So just wiggle your hips, breathe in through your nose, and you're going to blow out through soft, parted lips. And then just pause here. Breathing in slowly and breathing out for a little bit longer through the nose. So just saving your energy, learning to rest when you're not feeling the sensations of a contraction, and learning to move and blow and make sound when you are. Okay, good. Now just bring your hands down from the wall. Okay, good. And you're going to slowly come back up to standing. And we're going to place the ball just on the wall here. And this is a really nice back massage, okay? Good. So your back is just against the wall. I'm going to open out into a little bit of a squat here. And you might have to kind of play around with the ball. You know, it might need to be higher or lower. I like it around my sacrum, the flat part of the spine before the buttock as I start. And we're just going to inhale and go down and exhale and come up. So building leg strength as well. So inhale down, knees tracking the second toe, exhale back up. If you're not liking a more open squat, your toes can point forward, okay? And it's the same. Inhale down, exhale back up, all right? So we're just going to do 3 more like this. Inhale, you can bring your arms out or forward, coming back up. 2 more, breathe in and out. Fantastic. Again, inhale. And exhale. Lovely. You're going to turn your toes in if they're out. Walk your feet a little bit closer. And I'm just going to put the ball here for a little while. Okay, we're going to come back to that. So just let it roll around, keeping it off your mat. We're going to take a nice big step here. We're going to do Warrior 2, which I call Artemis pose, who is a goddess of fertility in young women and childbirth as well. She's also a hunter and gatherer, so I think she really represents a lot of women giving birth. I'm going to turn my right toes out and my left toes in. I'm going to bend the right knee and straighten it a few times. And even this is very good for our pelvic floor. There's a mild little rotation happening. Okay, a little bit of flossing going on. Really good. We're going to stay down here now. My knee stays in line with my ankle. I'm pressing into my back foot. Don't worry how deep you come down. This can be much shorter gap between the feet if you're feeling it's all too much. Okay, bring your arms out like so. Good. Turn your head to look towards your right fingertips. And now bend your back elbow, your left elbow, and put your fingertips onto your shoulders. So you feel like you're that goddess Artemis pulling on her bow, okay? And I'd like you to just really tap into all that wisdom in your body, just thinking in awe of everything it's done so far. You may not be always welcomed, but growing a baby or babies And just take a moment to acknowledge yourself for being such a goddess warrior. Lovely. And then you're going to straighten out your right leg, bring your hand down, turn your right toes in and turn your left toes out. And just bend and straighten a few times just to get that little stretch in the thighs and just to get used to it. It is a strong one, so don't forget to breathe. We're going to bend our knee, and the knee stays pointing towards the second toe. You're pressing to the outer edge of the back foot, toes in a bit. Bring your arms up, wiggle a little bit into the shoulders, get used to it. Reach your arms out in opposite directions. Turn your head to look towards your left middle fingertips and pull on your bow. So bend your right elbow and start to pull. Shoulders in line with the hips. Feel that gorgeous broadening across your chest and your upper back. And let's honor every woman giving birth at this very moment all around the world. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of women. So let's just take a moment and honor every single one of them. Lovely. And then you're going to look forward, straighten out your leg, turn your toes in. Fantastic. Now we're going to do peaceful warrior. So you're going to turn your right toes out, bend your right knee again, get the weight equally into both feet. Bring your arms out. You're going to slide your left hand down your leg. Now lift up out of your lower back, okay? A little bit of hugging baby with your tummy muscles. Reach your right arm up. Either reach to the ceiling, bend the right knee more, and then reach back and feel that gorgeous stretch down the side body. Shoulders back. Take a breath in, and then exhale, release. Turn your right toes in and turn your left toes out. Bend your knee, get your knee in line with the ankle. Bring your arms out. Lovely. And let's bring our right hand down the leg. A little bit of minding ourselves here. Knee stays in line with ankle as we draw this up. Lovely. Shoulders soft. Breathing into that space you're creating. Breathing out if you want through the mouth or the nose. Good. And on an exhale, release and come back up. Turn your toes in and scissor the feet back in a little bit. Gorgeous. So we're going to do a little bit of breathing through discomfort now. So it's something to get used to, you know, preparing for the birth of your baby, regardless of what your choices are. So we're going to open out our feet and turn our toes out. Now for anyone who is over 34 weeks and your baby's breech or transverse, you're not sure of their position, what I'd like you to do is keep your feet parallel and do everything else with us. Or for anyone who is getting symphysis pubis dysfunction, pain in the pubic bone, you're going to keep your feet like this. Otherwise, everybody else, you can open out your feet, toes turning out, and just go up and down a few times, okay? So you feel that movement, feel how it is. If your feet are parallel, bending and straightening like this, okay? Beautiful, it's all the same. Now, I'm going to keep an eye on the clock here because I'm going to do a little bit of timing here, okay? The average length of a contraction is about a minute. There's a couple of things that would depend on, but we always hear, you know, you can do anything for a minute, all right? So let's try. I'm going to bend my knees towards my second toe. I'm going to bring my hands into a prayer position. Now I'm going to get you to do a few things. Right now, I just want you to stay here, breathing in and out through your nose. Soft face, soft jaw, okay? So just make sure that you're down in the squat, regardless of the position of the feet. Really nice. Brilliant, okay. Notice you starting to grip the toes, grip the fingers, grip the bum, grip the face. Go, oh, this is really hard, okay? So let's start blowing out through the mouth. See how that goes. Doesn't make it any easier. So inhale through the nose and exhale through soft parted lips. And again. So that might ease it a little bit, but let's see if we brought a bit of movement in as well. So we're staying in the squat. We're not allowed out of it unless you're feeling pain. And now we're going to breathe in through the nose, and now we're going to blow out through the mouth. And you're like, oh yeah, actually, a bit of movement, a bit of soft rose petal lips makes it all seem a little bit more bearable, doesn't it? Good. And then we're going to come back to center and come all the way up and go, thank goodness that's over, okay? So holding it, tensing, go, I can't do anything. This is gripping the jaw. Not great, all right? Blowing out, movement, sound as well if you want. Go for it. We'll do a bit of that at the end. So you're going to scissor your feet in here now. And again, we'll just do a few standing hip circles. So rolling the hips around, good, really nice. So many people find leaning into a wall, let's go the other way, leaning into a wall or a countertop doing these hip circles is really helpful as well. Good, lovely everybody. Nice, after all the leg strengthening, that'll feel really good. So we're going to take the birth ball and we're going to use it just to get a nice little stretch in the back body, okay? You're going to open your feet out wide and have the ball close to you, toes pointing forward. And all I'm going to do is start to walk the ball away from me, bend in the knees a little bit, support your back with your core muscles, draw your navel in, and just reach the ball out. Good. So I'm getting this gorgeous stretch in my back. I'm going to turn sideways to show you. I'm coming off my mat just to show you, okay? So I'm hinging at the hips, my spine is still long. I'm reaching back through my sit bones, reaching forward through my hands, the weight's in the balls of the toes and the heels, and it feels really good. Now I'm going to hug my baby, bend my knees more, and I'm going to roll up slowly. Please come up with support, drawing the navel in, and then scissor your feet in. Lovely. And then we're going to come back down to the floor. So using the ball for a little bit of help, you can bring one knee down, and then you can bring the other knee down. And I'm going to sit the ball up against the wall, and I'm going to use it to sit up as well. And I love this when I'm pregnant, using the ball for an upright position, okay? It helps you stop slouching, or if you're quite lacking space, if you've kind of eaten and your stomach area feels squished, it's a really nice position. And we're going to come back to our rose petal lips now. So I'm going to open my legs out, toes pointing up towards the ceiling. If anybody out there has sciatica, what you can do is, so we're not stretching the nerve too much, you can roll the blanket, okay? And you can place the blanket underneath your knees. So there's a slight bend in your knees all the time. It feels really good if most of you want to do that. Regardless, you're going to scoot your bum back a little bit, okay? So we're getting the tailbone out, pulling the flesh out from the sit bones. And I'm going to bring my hands in front of my chest. So this teaches us blowing out through soft parted lips and a little bit longer exhale than our inhale. So inhale here, and I'm going to exhale, push my hands forward, out and back. So this is just my inhale here, and then rose petal lips. Think of that jaw melting. Great. And again, inhale, exhale. Again, breathe in, breathe out. One more time, which is about a minute now, so. And release. Now, this isn't a birth position, okay, but it's just teaching us to blow out through soft parted lips, using our exhale to really help us to let go while we do some kind of an interesting movement at the same time. Now you're going to lift one knee up, and then you lift the other knee up. Bring the soles of your feet together. So we call this tailor pose, and again, when you use something behind you, using a wall for support, it can feel really good. Reason you wouldn't do this is if you've got a lot of pubic bone pain and when we're opening the knee, both knees out to the side, it mightn't be that comfortable. So what you can do is just cross your legs, like so, if that's okay. Or you can just keep your legs out like this, whatever's most comfortable. But the ball is going to help you stay upright anyway. Make sure you're on the bones of the bum. So this tailor pose is a great position, actually, when you have the epidural. If you have it, it is just while you're waiting for things, you know, you've got a bit more of a rest. You can use this position to encourage, you know, gravity. Your pelvis is open, and you're in an upright position. You could even use a cushion under each knee. It's just another position that women tend to like when you're a bit more confined to the bed. But in yoga, it's great because it encourages circulation into the pelvis. It's a bit of a hip opener, as we call it, and it also stretches out the thighs, and it's a good one for the pelvic floor, especially when we're using the ball and we're upright. Lovely. So we're going to interlock our fingers, turn our palms to the ceiling. Lovely. And just do a little bit of wiggling as well. So a little bit of moving the ribs side to side. Great. Come back to center. Inhale, exhale, hands down. We're going to bring the right hand down, left arm up and over. And then hug your baby to do the other side. Oh, it feels really good. And again. And then on the other side. Lovely. And we're going to come back to center. Now I'm going to keep my left knee bent like this. I'm going to stretch my right leg out. Again, I feel like I've tucked my tailbone a bit, so I'm going to stick my tailbone out a little bit more and use the ball for lots of back support. My knee and toes are facing the ceiling. You can even make it a little bit wider between the legs if you want. The sole of the foot as well can be inside your thigh, knee, calf, whatever's nice. And if anyone experiences any knee pain, you can always put the blanket or a cushion underneath your knee so it's supported. Gravity isn't just pulling at it all the time. Beautiful. So knee and toes face the ceiling, grabbing onto my opposite elbows. I'm going to inhale and lengthen and come forward. Exhale, I'm going to hug my baby to lift up and release. Lovely. Inhale. Little length there. Exhale, coming back and down. Lovely. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Back. I'm going to slide my right hand down that leg. Keep the second toe pointing to the ceiling. Left hand draws across the arm. So I'm opening across the chest, drawing that shoulder back, reaching the arm. And you'll notice if we didn't have the ball here, we'd feel a little more kind of rounded, whereas the ball gives us that lift. And then I'm going to bring this arm across my ear, almost like I'm holding the ball between my two hands, opening across the left side. Turn your head no a few times. Lovely. And then reaching through your fingertips. Now, you can come up using your tummy muscles. If you need a bit more support for any back issues, put your right hand on the floor, press into it to come all the way up. And just notice how you feel now on one side. You might feel a little longer, or I don't know, like you can just breathe a bit better on that side. Let's bring the leg out and do the other side. Good. Walk your bum back, as we say. Knee and toes facing the ceiling. Going to grab onto the opposite elbows. This time put the opposite arm in front. Don't worry if you forget. If you need anything under your knee, go ahead. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, hug your baby. And release. Gorgeous. And again, 3 more. Breathe in and out. And again, inhale. Exhale. We'll do 1 more after this, okay? And release. Really nice, everyone. Sliding the hand down the leg for a bit of support. You can push away from the leg with the hand. Get your other hand, draw a line across the arm. Now open across that chest. So we're getting a bit of a side stretch as well as a mild twist as well. Only turning the head as far as feels comfortable, arm back. And just slowly tilt over towards your left leg as if you're holding the beach ball between your hands, shoulders back, or the birth ball. And really root the sit bones down, reach through your fingertips and just feel that nice feeling down your side body. It's so nice for your low back as well if you're getting issues with your low back. Your spine loves a side bend. And then you're going to hug your baby to come all the way back up and release. Lovely. You're going to take that right leg out. Sitting up, we're going to circulate the ankles and the wrists. If you make a fist, sometimes it's a bit more of a stretchy feeling around the wrist. Otherwise, relax your fingers. It doesn't matter. And let's go the other way. Great. And release. Lovely. So I'd like to show you a full squat using the ball for support. It can be really great to stay upright, especially if you're not used to squatting. There's a couple of reasons you wouldn't squat. Let me just show you what it looks like, and then I'm going to talk you through it. So just have a look at me first of all. So I'm going to use the ball for support. I'm going to come up onto my toes, and then I'm going to come down into this squat. And the ball is there to kind of help me. Sometimes you can feel very squished, but when you have support, now make sure the ball is against a wall. You know you're going nowhere behind you, okay? And it can really help. Maybe you'll bring the hands into prayer, maybe not. Okay, if the reason you wouldn't do this full squat is if you're getting a lot of pelvic pain, okay, in it, especially in the pubic bone, if you have hemorrhoids, or if you're feeling a lot of pressure and you're just not liking it, or if your baby was in a breech or transverse position after 34 weeks, we wouldn't recommend a full squat like this, okay? So let me just talk you through it. So you're going to put the ball up behind you, okay? You can also get your blanket and roll it. So it's not flat, it's quite lifted. And you're going to put that there because the heels might need a little bit of support. If you're not going to do the full squat, you have two choices. This would be great if your baby's breech, just to encourage them out of that position. You can come down into this, great with hemorrhoids as well. This position is fantastic. Or you can sit up and you can come, or if you have pelvic pain, that's a great one, or you can come into tailor pose. Okay, so you're going to get benefits no matter what. If you're going to do the full squat with me, it actually opens the pelvis up by about a third. And it's so good for our back, and it's actually very good for our pelvic floor. Think of people who live in countries that still squat a lot. They have very few pelvic floor issues. We're going to open out our knees, bring your toes in a little bit, and I'm going to come up onto my toes and my hands as if I'm about to leap like a frog. Okay? Then I want you to find that rolled blanket. Even use one hand, tuck it under your heel, use the other hand, tuck it under your heel. The toes are on the floor. It's just the heel supported by something. And then I'm going to find that balance. You might need your hands on the floor all the time. I'm going to get that ball right near the sacrum there. That feels really good. And hey, voila, there you are. Try and reach back into your heels, taking the pressure out of the knees. If anyone's knees doesn't like this, please do the alternatives that I've shown you. No matter what position you're in, everybody take a nice, long, slow, deep breath in. And then open your mouth with a big sigh out. And again, inhale. And a big, just let it all go. Really nice, everyone. Okay, now if you're in the squat, hands down on the floor, you're going to walk your hands out. If you've got your bum in the air, okay, you're going to slowly come back up onto all fours, and then you're going to come back onto your mat if you're off it. Take this blanket off it, lovely. And we're just going to do a little bit of side lying now, and then we'll come back to our little birthy positions on the birth ball. So the ball's just going to stay close to you for now, but we're not going to use it. And I'm going to lie on my right side first of all. Great. I'm going to come down onto my forearm like so. Really good. I'm going to hug my lower waist in towards my body. Okay, good. And I'm going to squeeze my knees together. Even if you have a block there, you can put the block in between there. And I'm just going to lift my lower part of the body above the floor. So I'm lifting by the right side up. Hand on the hip, and I'm going to tip the floor, and then I'm going to come up. My elbows just a little bit in front of my shoulder, and down, really good. And again, lift up, and down, one more time. Exhale up, inhale down, lovely. I'm going to keep my knees bent. I'm going to slide my arm along the floor. Now, if you need a little cushion under your head, you can do so. Okay, so if you have a cushion or a blanket, you can always just tuck it under your head like that. Let's take the neck out of it. Knee over knee and hip over hip. So my hip doesn't rock forward or back. It's going to stay in line with my bottom hip. I'm going to lift my top knee up and down. This is called clamshell. And it's great again for preparing the body for birth and creating a little bit of stability. But you'll really feel that across the buttock and around the thigh. Lovely. Lift up, exhale, inhale down. Exhale up, inhale down. Now, if that's enough for you, stay there. If you'd like a little bit more, lift your feet up off the floor. Just keep an eye on that top hip. So as you exhale and lift your top knee up, we're not rolling back and down. And again, lift up and down. You'll feel that in the glutes, guys, okay? Lift up, engaging tummy muscles. One more time, lift up and down and release. And then a really nice counter stretch that is. Don't worry about hip alignment, we're going to rock back. I'd like you to lift your top knee up, hold on to the upper shin, bring the knee back and hug your knee in towards your shoulder. So try not to bring the shoulder to the knee. Keep the shoulder relaxed and bring your knee to shoulder. And it's such a nice stretch. And it's a bit like a half squat, a half of a squat lying down. So we've kind of done hip opening squats in all sorts of positions today. And then release and give the glute a bit of a pat out there. Now hand down, I'm going to push up, I'm going to do the other side. Okay, I'm going to lie down. Sometimes people like a little bit of padding underneath their hips, okay? So if you're that person, go ahead and lie on something. And you're just going to come down. Now bring the top of your shoulder back, hug your lower waist away from the floor. So try not to slouch, bend your knees. We're only going to do 4 of these. You're going to lift up and down. If it doesn't feel right, just wait first, it's no problem. Hug in, lift up, and down. Keep hugging in that lower waist into your body. Up and down. One more time. Up and down. Lovely. Now we're going to lie down, and as I said, if you need a cushion or anything under your head, go ahead and do so. Stretching out the arm, bending the knees, hand on the hip to mind it, and let's lift up and down. Engage your tummy muscles, lift up and down. So you might notice, like on this side, I don't lift up as high. I don't have as much movement, okay? That's okay. So long as I keep my hip in line with the bottom, that's better. I'm getting the benefits. So as you lift up, engage and inhale, release. Now if you'd like to continue doing that, that's fine. If you want to add to it, feet up off the floor, lift up and down, shoulders back. Exhale, inhale, good. How's your jaw? Oh, you'll be ready for your relaxation soon. And let's lift up and down, and let's do that really nice stretch. So I'm going to grab under my knee, bring the knee back and in, good. And I'm going to come up onto my forearm to show you. Imagine I'm completely supported by my bed where my arm doesn't have to work here, and I'm bringing the knee to shoulder. This is also a really good birthing position as well. Sideline, gets you off your tailbone. It's a downward flow of energy, okay? So downward descent. I'm a little more mobile, I'm upright, and I'm using gravity, so it's a pretty good one too. There's also a ball called the peanut ball, release there now. So you're probably lying down, come up. And the peanut ball is a great one to rest in. Keeps your legs in this position while you're waiting for things to move on if you have the epidural. So give yourself an old whack there. Feels good, doesn't it? Yeah. And release. So we're going to lean into the birth ball now. So putting the padding underneath your knees. Great. And this rocking, so just really using the birth ball. You know, someone might have like a warm towel or face cloth on your lower back, on your buttock area. You're leaning into the ball. You might have a very light scarf over your head to give yourself some privacy. You know, if you're at home practicing this, turn on some nice soothing music. Get the atmosphere going, a nice dimmed atmosphere, dimmed lit atmosphere, a nice intimate atmosphere, so that your body can release oxytocin, the hormone of love, which will help you birth your baby. So we're rocking side to side to begin with. Now I want you to turn your head the other direction and keep rocking side to side. I'm going to face you, but make sure you've turned your head. And this is so nice. Repetitive small movements like this can be very soothing during the birth of your baby. Can be really, really nice. And you're taking all the pressure off your back. Okay, this is a great position to give birth in. Your hands will be off the ball though, but a kneeling, leaning forward position is a great position to make space for baby to birth. Now I'd like you to turn to face me again if you turned your head the other way. Now we're going to draw circles. So just draw circles with the ball. Close your eyes if you wish. Good. Really nice. You might get a funny noise, squeaky noise with the ball. It just depends what surface it's on. Lovely. Really nice way just to take pressure off your back. Now turn your head the other way and go the opposite direction with your circles, okay? And then just rest here wherever you are. And you're going to breathe in for 4 slow counts through your nose. And then breathe out through your nose for 5 or 6 slow counts, so a little bit longer. So as we rest, inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and now breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more, inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. So resting after moving, let your breath come back to normal. And then we're going to prepare to slowly come up. I mean, you might like to stay there. Just notice how you feel after that. Some people love it, some people don't. You just never really know. You know, you might love it during the birth of your baby and during pregnancy, or maybe you mightn't want to go near it. But having the birth ball, especially after about 34 weeks in your pregnancy, is a really good way to get used to it, to get to know it, to get to love it, to get, just all these kneeling, leaning forward, lunging, using the wall positions. So when the time comes to birth your baby, you kind of know where to go with it. So we're going to do our final relaxation. You can get into the usual positions I have previously shown you, but another nice one is if you're still early on in your pregnancy and you like to have your legs raised, it's a really nice way to reverse gravity. You could lie on your back with the legs up the ball, we call it. So I'm going to show you how to get into that. But if you ever feel, if it just doesn't feel nice, if your back is sore, please come out of it, okay? And lie on your right or your left side. So I'm going to just show you here. I'm going to put a blanket underneath my low back. You might like another cushion for underneath your head. I'm just showing you this way because this is where the wall is. I'm going to turn and lie on my back. And I'm going to just slowly bring one leg up and then the other leg up. And I'm going to scoot around until I feel, oh yeah, that's really nice. You might like to put a blanket over you if you have any eye pillows at home, or just even a sock. A clean, dark sock is really nice. Arms by your side, or you can put your hands on your belly, whatever you like. Now, if at any time this is not comfortable, what you do is you just bring your knees towards your shoulders so they're wide, and then you're going to prepare to slowly roll over onto your side, and then continue your relaxation lying on your side. So for anyone who's over 34 weeks, you can start to lie on your left side, okay, promoting an optimal position for baby to be in. Or you can lie on your right side, that's fine. If it's way more comfortable for you, that's okay. Just whatever is most comfortable. Get into bed, get on the couch, as I always say. Put the blankie over you if you want, if you're not too hot after all of that, and prepare for your final relaxation. Now, if you have a lot of heartburn at the moment, you might like to sit up with the birth ball against the wall, like I've shown you already, which is what I'm going to do because it's really nice. Okay, it's a nice way to watch TV from home. So take a few moments now to just settle into this lovely position that you're in now. Hopefully it's comfortable for you. Have a little think, scan through your body. Could I be more comfortable? Is there something I could do, or you could do obviously, to make yourself just that little bit more comfortable? Maybe turn some music on, close a door, open a window, so that you can settle into more comfort. I'd like you now to think of your favorite place in nature. Think of a place that you've either dreamt of, that you've been before. It might be from childhood, it might be your garden now, a park, a forest, a beach that you like to go to. Imagine yourself resting in your favorite place in nature right now. This is the place where you feel peaceful and at ease. Take a moment to just notice what's around you as you close your eyes. Perhaps there's the ocean, trees, flowers, animals. Maybe there's a wind blowing across your face, or you feel the warmth of the sun rays on your face. Just think of what makes you feel even more relaxed here in this beautiful, peaceful place of yours. Maybe somebody else is with you, making this place extra special. Think, what would you be doing in this place? Are you walking, lying down? Are you sitting up, looking out? Are you sleeping? Just think of what you will be doing in this peaceful, beautiful place in nature of yours. Maybe this is a place that you will one day bring your baby when your baby's in your arms. Now, Mama hears these words as your truth. If you'd like to repeat these words after me, affirmations, as you rest in your favorite place in nature. I put all fear aside as I prepare for the birth of my baby. I will welcome my baby with happiness and joy. I am patient. I am strong. I can do anything. I trust my body and I trust my baby. My body knows exactly what to do. So with these thoughts clearly imprinted in your memory, enjoy resting in this very special place where you feel so calm and at ease and peaceful. Your favorite place in nature. Go there now in your mind. Spend some time here, relaxing deeply. Possible you've been interrupted, or baby started moving, or you needed to get up and go to the toilet. Now you're back again. That's okay. Go back to this place, this very special place that you've created in your mind, that you're familiar with now. Your body knows exactly what to do. Just rest here for another while longer. Perhaps you liked those affirmations or one of them. I put all fear aside as I prepare for the birth of my baby, or I will welcome my baby with happiness and joy, or I am patient, I am strong, I can do anything, or I trust my body, I trust my baby. My body knows exactly what to do. Just pick one of those if you like them. And say it to yourself every day and during the birth of your baby. So just breathing in and then sighing it all out. If you'd like to stay in this lovely place you've created in your mind, please do. Or you can come back to it anytime you wish. Just store an image, the feeling of being there, so you can come back to it whenever you need to. Begin to move your body slowly, wiggling your toes and your fingers. Moving gently, releasing, stretching. Just do what you have to do. Invite your body to move whatever way helps you to slowly wake up. It's okay to stay resting though. If you're on your back, bend your knees, place your feet on the floor and roll over onto your side. Everybody, once you're on your side, place your hand on the floor, connect to the earth. And now press down, inhale, slowly come up, let your head be the last thing that comes up. Come up to a seated position, arms out, breathe in, and a big sigh out. Bring your hands together. Remember your rose petal lips now. Remember that lovely place in nature you can go to. And perhaps there's an affirmation that you learned today or you already have that you can repeat daily to yourself. Opening your eyes, we'll close the class off with our namaste. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much.